since Spacies.
G'day invaders, welcome to Spacies, and this is the monthly State of the Channel video for the month of November, and a bit of an apology video of sorts. I'll explain. But first what we're going to do is get stuck into the top 5 videos for the month of October, and then I'm going to talk about a few things, a bit of shopkeeping for the channel. So if you're not a regular follower of the channel, this is maybe where you want to hop off and go to the next, I don't know, Minecraft video or Mr. Beast video, your choice. Or you can stay on or subscribe and hang on. Anyway, let's just get stuck into the top 5. So coming in at number 5 for the month of October was the Since Spacey Show, episode number 20, the Sega Hotline special. Bit of a background story to that actually. I was meant to be on PAX. I was supposed to be on the PAX Twitch channel, PAX 2. So I was super excited, and I had all the guys from the Sega Hotline, all 4 of us on there, and an hour out from when it was supposed to start. Now that's at 11 o'clock at night. This thing was kicking off at midnight. This was a very late podcast to be recording, but we understood that that was the only time slot available on the PAX channel, so we agreed. But an hour out from recording, we got told, yeah, guys, you're being cancelled. I'm like, why? What did we do? And it said it wasn't you, it was the streamer that was on before you. So we got on there as a sort of like a partnership with Generosity. And PAX weren't happy with some of the streamers that Generosity had on there. And what broke the camel's back was the streamer that was on, I think it was before mine, he had a couple of dogs on a doggo cam. Well, they got frisky, didn't they? Mid-recording. And that was like, nah, that's it. Pull the plug. Next thing you know, Generosity had just been cancelled, like as far as PAX goes. So I was a victim, and we ended up not being able to have a massive audience like we were expecting. We went ahead and recorded it anyway, so episode 20 was the result of that. But I thought I better get out and explain it on camera as to why episode 20 didn't quite get the big hoo-ha that we're expecting, you know, the big promotion. And I've never spoken about it openly on video until now. So if you were wondering why episode 20 was a little bit quiet, that's a reason. I tried to keep a straight face though during the recording of that show. I think I held it together for the most part. We were also dealing with technical difficulties with one of the guests. Yeah, a few lessons learnt on that episode. I think we'll be avoiding those issues in future, but episode 21 is going ahead. That's actually this weekend, episode 21. The guests are to be announced, but if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see those coming up shortly. Coming in at number 4 for the month of October was Best Retro Title Ever. This was the first video in my look at the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, and I didn't expect this video to do so well. It is just hitting 11,000 views. I had no idea that this video would do so well. All it was me looking at the Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection and going through all the titles that were on it briefly and just an overview of the game and the layout. Didn't expect it to. I think it's the clickbaity title, Best Retro Title Ever, question mark. I didn't mean it to be clickbaity, it just was. But funnily enough, this video went up in 2017, I think. So since 2017 to now, I've been working steadily on every single video game in that collection, and I just have finished recording the last 2 videos in that series, and they will go to air very shortly on the channel. So a huge pat on my back for that, to finally get through. I think it's like over 40 games. I'm actually quite happy to finally get through that. leave a comment down below. Is there another series that you would like me to take on? I don't know, maybe the Super Nintendo collection for the classic, the Super Nintendo Classic. Don't suggest the NES. I'm not really looking forward to doing an NES or a Famicom collection. Those games don't quite impress me as much as the rest of YouTube. Unless you want to see those games getting shredded by me, then maybe you might want to suggest that. But anyway, yeah, best retro title ever. That came in at number 4. Number 3 on the channel for the month of October was the more Sega World Statues Unearthed video that I did with Lucas. I had plans for 2020, and some of those plans involved following this story up. It's funny how 2020 has worked out and has just shot everything that I had in mind for the channel for this year. I was supposed to be going to PAX again this year. I really wanted to make PAX a big event, and that failed. And yeah, and I also wanted to follow up on this story as well, but maybe 21, if COVID doesn't come back, and if my heart condition doesn't play up again, maybe we'll see this statue revisited and, I don't know, salvaged, saved. Let's see. And speaking of statues, the number 2 video for the channel, this video has hit 34,000 views. Oh my God. Can we save Sonic and Sally? That guy, for everyone that asks me, by the way, what's happening with the statues, you haven't followed up on it. The truth is, I have been trying to follow up on it, but the guy, the couple that own that junkyard, they just flat out won't budge on negotiations. They do not, it just seems like they do not want to give up these statues, and that is going to be how that remains, which is really sad. And I don't want to keep harping on about it, because this was back in 2018. So it's 2 years gone by and nothing's changed. I honestly don't see anything changing in this story. So if you do see me do an announcement about these statues, that will be the only time that you'll know something's happening, because I don't see it changing otherwise. And the number 1 video on my channel, actually, not just for the month, but for overall, 49,000 views actually, saving Sonic and Sally. This was the video where I was giving an update about how we could possibly save these statues. And well, yeah, I haven't been able to do a third video because there's been no development since. Wow, what a downer. The top video on my channel is an absolute, you know, downer. But something a little bit more positive, a bit of an update on my health. The reason why I haven't been doing many videos on the channel is I tell people when they ask me how you doing, how you feeling, I say to people, oh, I'm feeling fine, I'm doing okay. The truth of the matter is that I'm not doing as well as probably should be doing. So it's all to do with the medicine that I'm taking. And for those who don't know, back in June, I think it was, I had a heart attack, and I've been on the mend since. So it really was scary to go through something like that. I did a video shortly after the whole thing happened, and that was talking about what it was like to have a near-death experience. And I don't know, I kind of feel like when I was doing that video, I felt healthier back then than I am now. And I think it's because I haven't been able to get out and do a lot of exercise. I do need to get onto a rehabilitation program. I have not done that at this point. I've been a little lazy in that regard, but I have changed my diet, and I've given up sugar. I've given up a lot of sweets and lollies and whatnot. Although, I don't know, not totally. One thing we forgot to do last night was get snacks, but we did manage to get ourselves $27 worth of something. Lollies. this was the first time that I was able to get out of the house and since the heart attack. So we went to Manly on the weekend. Manly is a popular beach here in Sydney, and it's a bit of a drive away from where I am, and we stayed overnight at Manly, and it was a good chance to get back into recording outside using the camera. I didn't actually record myself in front of the camera in the public. That's something I've got to get back into the habit of doing. But it was just good to be out and about with the camera, like I said, and just being out in the open. In fact, this whole year, I have hardly been outside of my postcode. That's no exaggeration. I've been stuck pretty much going to the shops, coming back, going to the doctors, coming back, and that's been pretty much it. I've been lucky enough to be working from home, and I think that's true of a lot of people actually this year. So I'm hoping to get out and about a bit more. I think the COVID situation here in Sydney in particular is seemingly under control, but that's famous last words, so we'll just see how that plays out. But looking to do more videos for the channel. I'm on Twitch a lot these days, so twitch.tv/Spacies. You'll see me there 3 times a week, but I'm also looking forward to doing more videos for the channel, including my look at the 1984 Game of the Year in my series called Gaming Since Spacies. I'm currently up to 1984. We'll be working through 1985, 86, 87, right through to current day, looking at everything significant that happened in those years and how it affected me gaming wise. And yeah, just wanted to get back into doing that series. I'll be doing a gaming pickups video shortly. In fact, as I'm recording this right now, tomorrow, I'll be getting my hands on my first console in, well, since the Switch. That will be the Xbox Series X. Looking forward to that. Still trying to work out where I'm going to play that device, where that console is going to live. Is it going to be downstairs on the bigger TV, which is not a 4K TV? That's another thing I've got to work out. Or am I going to have it here with this crappy TV setup but be able to stream it? Still trying to work that stuff out. As far as tech goes that I want to get for the channel, looking to perhaps get my hands on a drone. What has that got to do with a video gaming channel? Well, I want the drone, and this is just a want, this is just me being greedy, I guess you could say, but I want the drone for when we go back to traveling, and I want to be able to show off the locations that I get to visit, because that's something I miss actually, is traveling. Something that we haven't really done a lot of since the whole stupid COVID thing started, didn't it? So that's something that is on the cards. It's not 100% guaranteed, but I've been watching a few drone videos, the DJI drones in particular, and they've been getting me very excited for picking up that kind of tech. In regards to streaming, I've got my free series during the week. I've got Tuesday is the Legend of Tuesday, which is me playing through every single Legend of Zelda game since the NES. I'm up to the 6th dungeon in the Legend of Zelda, so that's, from someone that's never played a Zelda game properly, that's a big deal. On Thursday nights we do the Since Retro. I'm thinking of changing that series up, but basically I just pick a random retro game and play it. But I'm actually thinking of mixing that up with something more recent instead of retro. And on Sunday we do HP Sunday, which is basically going through a role-play game, usually a JRPG game, and just playing through it. Well, that's been a quick look at the month of November for the channel. I've got quite a few videos that I've got in mind to come up on the channel. Slowly getting my way back into YouTube, hoping to get back into the full swing of things. But I'm still going to be over on Twitch as well. So if you don't see me on YouTube, you're going to be seeing me over on Twitch for sure. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to bore you guys too much more with this stuff. Hoping to see more videos come out, and looking forward to your comments. And if you don't get a chance to come over here on YouTube often, make sure you come over to Twitch and say hi to me on air over there. In the meantime, my name has been Brian and I've been gaming since Spacies. Thanks guys.
Since Spacies.